I thought that I asked the producer moments before I got on here. I said, I don't even know what to talk about today. So she started giving me a couple ideas, but she said, this is my department. So here, here I am. Are you on? Can you see me? Do I have sound and video and all that? She's working. She's working on some video for a client. She loves it when I bug her. Oh, I see that she's on. Mary Fisher's here. All right, cool. Thanks. You can go back to your day job or whatever. Mary and Jude went to Roaring Springs yesterday because Jude got like a free pass to Roaring Springs. I think something to do with school and reading, perhaps. And I know our other kids did the same when they were in elementary school. So Mary and Jude had a water park day, and I think they stayed until it closed or close to that. And Mary came home with a big cherry on her knee. Apparently she was in the endless river and got caught up in some tubes and got thrown off and scraped her knee pretty bad. So, you know, a day of fun and then a war wound right at the very end of the day. So she's okay though. It looks about that color of red on her knee, and it's pretty good size. The other, when you do stuff like what Midline just did, or even like what Cliff is doing, but specifically Midline's got all this momentum over the last week happening, and we did the YouTube video premiere on Thursday night, which was pretty cool. There was about 30 people that had joined us in the live chat when that video came out. And even though that sounds like a small number, it was more than what we expected. So that was really good. And then we're getting close to having 800 views on YouTube of that video, which is also pretty good for our site being pretty inactive for several years. And then to suddenly have this big push is good. So when those kind of things happen, then there's other possibilities that start to surface. And I'm really not at liberty to say what that thing is at the moment, but it's gotten the band excited enough that we are now, excuse me, thinking that we've got to get another song and video done soon, really soon. We do have a handful of songs that we could kind of choose from, and we mentioned the song Onward. We're not 100% sure if that should be the next song, but the stuff that's happening behind the scenes has made it aware that we need another song ready to go and fast. So I'm pretty sure you guys will be hearing some more new music from Midline in the very near future. Just because one, we want to do it, but there's some pressure that's making that necessary. So we're going to do that. Excuse me. I apologize. The other thing that I put in the title of this video is now a good time. And when I typed that, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. Already I've been rambling on for a little while. Is now a good time? So I was immediately thought, because I do this coffee with Fred at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, and I don't know if that's the best time to do this. Oh, Mark is weighing in really quick. Let's see if I can read this here, Mark, without disrupting anything. Okay, Mark says the Eagle Church on State with Cliff and Alf. We came out with the kids. Oh! I showed up the Cherry Festival. Yeah. So was that? I think I know what you're talking about, Mark. Was that with Cure for the Fall? Yeah. That was kind of my hard rock Christian band that we had for a while with Cliff and Alf. Yeah. Yeah, whenever, dude, I know you're a private person, but don't be shy about saying hi to friends. Completely okay to do that, right? Yeah. And especially if it works out to where we do some recording. So I'm here and ready when you are. Is now a good time? it just like popped in my head that we all have stuff we want to do and accomplish, and it's so easy to go, oh, I'll do that later, instead of just being proactive and taking care of stuff immediately. And I am very, very guilty of procrastinating. It's very easy to do. Like simple things like my inside door handle on my pickup truck has been broken for years. I hate to admit that, but that's the case. So in order for me to get out of now, my pickup's old enough. I have crank window handles. I don't have electric ones. So I will, I have to roll my window down, reach out, grab the outside door handle to get out of my pickup. And it's so ridiculous. I know for a fact, because I fixed it before, if I just took 20 minutes, took the inside door panel off, fixed that handle, and put it back together, I wouldn't have to do that. So that's one of those goofy, stupid little things that I've put off and put off and put off. But then I think about my music career and the direction it's going, and knowing that now is always the best time to do something. Like, hey, you need to send an email or call this person or whatever. If I sit on that, then that's pretty likely that chance will go away, and I don't want to miss those opportunities. So now is usually the best time to Stan's here. How do you know you're a redneck? Yes, yes, yes. Stan, you know me too well. Oh, Jared says selfish vote for 7 or 8. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the 7 o'clock time frame myself. I think that's people are getting ready for work, or most likely just to even listen. Anthony says procrastination. What? Wait a second. Prior. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm trying to read this. Prioritization or procrastination. Yeah. Yes. Putting things of importance in order. That's also really, really important. Yeah, definitely. I've been, my goal for my music career, aside from all the cool stuff that's happening with Midline or with Cliff Miller, is I've been trying to find opportunities to be a hired gun, to go on tour with whatever band, and then maybe get on with another band and do that. That's like my next thing. That's like the drive that I've got inside. And I've had great mentors guiding me along the way. One was to be teaching drum lessons full time. I got that. Another one was to add doing remote recording work from my own studio. Started doing that. Another was being an Amazon associate. So I've been recommending music gear to students for like 15 years. Hey, Matt's here. Matt, you guys, if you see Matt Starr on here, please go follow him. Matt has been extremely instrumental in my path, and I always want to make sure that I give credit where credit's due, and that man right there is just fantastic. James Harrison's here as well. Must make an action to get a reaction. Yes, 100%, James. Yes. So quickly, my thoughts just went haywire for a second. But anyway, so Amazon Associates Program, I started talking about, I've been recommending cymbals and hardware and drum heads and books and all of those things for years and years and years. And somebody suggested if I got hooked up with the Amazon Associates Program that I would be making a commission off those sales. Now, it's not a lot, but some is better than none. And it's all the same recommendations I've been making for years. Now I just get a small commission on those. So on my website for teaching, I have this list of gear of stuff that I've been recommending, and my students could just go there, click, get their stuff from Amazon, and then I get So that's another thing that was suggested to me to do. And then just networking with people like crazy and getting people inside my circle, or me getting inside of their circle. You may have seen that I hung out with Gary Tackett for coffee the other day. Gary is a transplant here from Nashville. Is an amazing guitar player, and he's got a pretty steep resume and body of work. And I didn't meet with him like, hey, Gary, what can you do for me kind of a thing. It was just getting to know Gary and become friends with him. And I have performed with Gary before, like in a last minute situation where he sat and played lead guitar for something we were doing. So it's really cool. And then Jeff Abercrombie, the bass player from the band Fuel, he lives here now, and I went and hung out at his house. And it's really interesting because once you start to kind of get to know these people, you realize how many people you know collectively, and that networking becomes more and more tied together, if that makes any sense what I just said. So yeah, I've got just expanding on those opportunities. So now is the time, right? Is now a good time? Now is the perfect time. And I owe a lot of that mindset and drive to Matt that you saw pop in here. And, James Harrison, again, is another one who's mentored me along, especially when I first started teaching more seriously, because I had just a few students, but I wasn't really advertising as teaching. And so James, I've known James for a very long time, and James used to be here teaching as well. So it was just, I have great friends.